Hi, I'm Jeremy Goldcorn, standing in front of a giant Mao suit, just next to the offices of CIMG, the media company that publishes Time Out, 17, iLook, and Lure. We are about to go and interview the founder and CEO of CIMG, Ms. Huang, who lives in a big loft just nearby. We're sitting here with Huang, the CEO of CIMG, my former boss.
I run a company called CIMG. It's a media company. We do content. We started in print, so we're still publishing Time Out. We have an English edition for Beijing. We also have two Chinese editions, one for Beijing and one for Shanghai. We have a fashion rag called iLook, which is the only sort of local fashion magazine that has made it in terms of this dog-eat-dog, man-eat-man, or women-eat-women, rather, fashion world. Aside from that, we produce television. So we're trying to brand our content across all the media platforms. And right now, we're under serious discussion about internet, and partly because I wrote the Silly blog, and in 2.5 months, the cumulative hit on that Silly blog is more than the cumulative number of circulation of all print magazines that I've been working on for 8 years, which is kind of ironic.
When did you start the blog exactly?
On Valentine's Day.
On Valentine's Day?
On
wow,
Valentine's
that's
Day.
romantic. Or not.
It is so not romantic.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Starting a blog, it's pathetic actually.
It is pretty pathetic, but I mean, people who blog generally don't have a life.
Are pathetic. Especially people who get lots of hits and become obsessed by it, then they're even more pathetic.
So what do you write about on your blog?
The Chinese is all about commentaries, and it's kind of funny though. It's like a sort of a tongue-in-cheek satire type of column.
And how many readers do you think you have now?
Well, I think it's about 15 million, because they
so
have
far.
a count.
So 15
yeah,
million
they have this 15 million something. Yeah.
And what about the comments? Because there are a lot of comments on your blog, and some of them are just like Huang jie jie, 我爱你. Some of them kind of try and engage you in a conversation of some kind. Do you respond much to the comments, or?
I haven't really. I used to, but I haven't been able to really respond to all of them because there's quite a numerous. I have my hands full these days.
Yeah, you have a new edition in the family.
We have a new edition in the family. Hello, new edition. Anyways, so I haven't been really properly responding to the comments, which is too bad. And I will get back to it. I think there are just some. I think a lot of people are very angry. Some of the people are very angry, and the comments just come out of the left field, like, "Why don't you go blow your head off? I hate, what you're saying about," and you sort of you just don't respond to things like that. On the other hand, there are lots of genuine questions because I do this agony aunt column in Time Out, Chinese edition, and so there are some serious questions in there, which I love. It's wonderful, and I answer all those.
A lot of media companies are struggling traditional media companies are struggling to deal with the new world of instant publishing, of blogs and other kinds of instant publishing. But you seem to be kind of taking the initiative, and you're going forward. You're looking for ways to integrate your traditional media with something to do with blogs and the internet. Is that
yeah,
right?
I mean, you gotta, because I mean, in China there are a couple of things you gotta consider why internet is so powerful, right? Because one, the Chinese print delivery system is totally a piece of shit. All the publishers, okay, the publishers world over lie about circulation numbers, or exaggerate, but Chinese blatantly lie. Like sort of, I print 8,000, but I say 800,000. Just pluck a figure out of your head. So, we try to sort of say we got an audit and everything, but when the rest of the world is exaggerating to the amount of complete irresponsibility, there's no way that you can compete. And really, if you want to distribute your magazine in this country, the distribution system is run by the post office and mom and pop shops, so you got to be able to have the manpower to handle like 72 distributors all across the nation. And we're a tiny, tiny company. And we just really want to focus on the content we do and put a lot of energy into that. We really don't, we would love it if somebody can take care of the delivery and the distribution like in the West. But in China, that seems to be a ways to come yet. It's just in print, in paper print. One of the reasons glossy magazines lie is because distribution is so hard and costly and ineffective.
But that totally doesn't exist with
electronic
internet.
media, of course, just completely steps. It's like phone system, right? Remember, I mean, when were you in this country?
95 I arrived.
95.
So the phone system was
phone
just...
system. Remember trying to get an analog phone? How horrible it is. You got to call. You got to bribe them with cigarettes.
Packet of Marlboro.
Carton.
Or two maybe. Two cartons.
Exactly. Plus some Mao Tai and Baijiu. That will get your landline maybe in 2 months' time, right? And so then when the mobile phone happened, it just completely just did a quantum leap. You know, a frog leaped all that and say, the hell with the analog system, just get a mobile phone and everybody can reach you on the mobile. So that just skipped all that. And the same thing with Chinese print. I think if it doesn't get its act together, although I think magazine and print business does have a role in people's lives, but if the distribution system stays as awful as it is, there's no reason why people should stay. You know, it will die. Just like the analog phone system and the post office and all these antiquated government-owned monopolies that are completely inefficient.
Your English blog, you're going to be writing, you said, kind of like a journal?
It's just going to be a journal. I did what, blah, 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 and things like that. And it's because I think the reason I want to start an English blog and is to... You know, you read so much about China. I think somebody told me China on average gets, 124 reports a day in the English press around the world. So that's a lot. But the thing is, it's all after interpretation, after, you know, someone has digested. I kind of want to keep it as raw as possible.
There we have it from Huang, the multi-talented, multitasking CEO of CIMG, blogger, actress, mother, busy person in Beijing.